Hamnet is the latest movie from director Chloe Zhao and focuses on William Shakespeare and his wife Agnes mourning the death of one of their children. And and Hamnet, I'd say, is one of this year's most interesting movies. Not per se of the subject matter of the movie, but more of because of its director, Chloe Zhao. Now, Zhao has had a interesting career trajectory this decade. She started off really strong, winning essentially her movie Nomadland, winning Best Picture, and winning Best Director, and then following that up with Eternals, which was considered at the time by many the worst Marvel movie of all time, or more accurately, the worst MCU movie of all time. Which I think narrative has kind of changed around that, since we now have Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, and the Marvels to compare now. So it's it's staged a bit better than most. And this, I think, was definitely her essentially comeback movie. I would say this movie is kind of similar to, I would say, Brokeback Mountain in terms of a critically acclaimed director coming off a box office flop and essentially redeeming himself with a smaller indie movie. And like Brokeback Mountain, now this movie does seem to be gearing up to essentially be a huge contender this award season, which and we watched yesterday. It did very well, gained solid 8 nominations, guaranteed it. Also got snubbed in major categories there, but still, for that matter, this does make the movie interesting, and I think this is definitely Chloe Zhao definitely did the best she could with this movie. The direction of this is very, I don't know. It definitely feels more like Nomadland than did with Eternals. With Eternals, it was you could definitely tell she was kind of stifled with what's going on there. Here, this movie definitely feels very experimental, and with what it does with the editing, and definitely with cinematography. And this movie definitely, I think I like it, but it's not going to be not my top 10 of the year though. This is very effective, but I just personally don't get into like these big, like, I guess, grief drama movies. Like, there's some I think that do it well, like Manchester by the Sea, and others it just doesn't do it for me, honestly. Like, seeing someone crying just doesn't really get me in my feels, and the actors here are definitely doing a good job with it, but for me, I don't know. I just could not connect with this movie. The screenplay, I think, is very good though. Very good though. I definitely think it is deserving to be nominated for that, and performances are excellent as you would expect from this. But I don't know. This is just not my type of movie. I can definitely say I understand people who are going to love this, but for me, I don't know, just not my personal favorite of this year. And I do have complaints with it. I do think the score of this movie is, I don't know, a little overbearing at times. It's, to me, a little bit like Begonia's score. Like, on its own, it's very good, but I think it just at times needs to like just pull back. Like, the movie is most effective when it's just silent. There's no score, and we just get to just sit in just the absolute dread that these characters are feeling. It's really effective when it does that stuff. And also something that I don't really much care for is the ending. Very good. I don't really know what this movie's. I don't really know what to take away from the ending though. On one hand, I think it is showing them moving past the grief, but on the other hand, I don't know where their relationships really stands after this. Cause I don't know. It is left kind of ambiguous. Does their relationship healed now, or are they just going to start to just grow apart? You don't really. It's not definitely an ending that I think does want you to come to your own conclusion with it. And honestly, honestly, this could have been worse. I do prefer that over them just spelling it out. But I would just say it. I think this would have worked better if I think the relationship was a little better. Like, it's not awful, but definitely for me, I just don't really feel it with these two. I'm not trying to be a hater. Like, they do a very good job performing it, but this relationship happens way too fast, in my opinion. And I don't know. This movie to me is a good 8. Now that's pretty good, but considering I've been hearing people say that this is a 10, I came out a little I came out a tad disappointed, but not super disappointed. To me, I would not mind seeing this movie again, but I don't think I'm gonna be like raving about it for like a long time afterwards, like Sinners or Mighty Supreme. Just my thoughts.